Welcome to Mind Power Spa, the podcast where healing, transformation, and personal growth continue throughout your day. I'm your host, Elizabeth Wild, certified life coach and licensed clinical hypnotherapist. My mission in life is to help you discover and fulfill your mission in life. These podcast episodes are designed to reinforce the positive suggestions, affirmations, and subconscious programming found in my evening sleep videos on my YouTube channel. While you sleep, your subconscious mind absorbs powerful messages for healing and transformation. During the day, these podcast episodes help strengthen and reinforce those positive changes, allowing you to stay focused, motivated, confident, and aligned with your goals. Whether you're working on reducing stress, building self-confidence, overcoming fears, improving your mindset, strengthening self-love, or creating lasting personal change, these daily reinforcement sessions help keep your subconscious mind moving in the direction of success and emotional well-being. At Mind Power Spa, we believe that lasting transformation happens through consistent, positive reinforcement. The more often your mind hears empowering messages, the stronger those beliefs become. Thank you for joining me today and allowing me to be part of your personal growth journey. For more information about my services, programs, and hypnotherapy sessions, please visit mindpowerspa.com. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. I personally do my best to respond to every comment and question because your success and well-being are important to me. Now settle in, keep an open mind, and allow these positive messages to reinforce the powerful work already taking place within your subconscious mind. Welcome to Mind Power Spa. Mental clarity is one of the most valuable tools we can develop in life. It allows us to think more effectively, make better decisions, and direct our energy toward the things that truly deserve our attention. Yet achieving clarity is often difficult when our minds are occupied by past experiences, unresolved conflicts, disappointments, or regrets. Many people find themselves replaying old situations repeatedly. They revisit conversations they wish had gone differently. They analyze decisions they wish they had made. They imagine alternate outcomes and wonder what might have happened if circumstances had been different. While reflection can be useful, there is a point where reflection becomes rumination, and rumination keeps us trapped in a cycle that prevents growth and forward movement. The past serves an important purpose. It teaches lessons. It provides experiences that shape our understanding and wisdom. It offers insight into our strengths, weaknesses, values, and priorities. However, the purpose of the past is to educate us, not imprison us. Mental clarity begins when we recognize that although we cannot change yesterday, we can influence today. We can decide how we respond to our circumstances. We can choose what thoughts deserve our attention. We can determine where our energy will be invested and what goals we will pursue moving forward. One of the greatest obstacles to clarity is emotional attachment to events that are already over. When we continue fighting old battles in our minds, we often lose sight of opportunities that exist in the present. Our attention becomes divided between where we are and where we wish we had been. As a result, we may overlook valuable opportunities for growth, connection, healing, and progress. Consider how much energy is required to continually revisit the same painful memories or frustrating situations. Every moment spent dwelling on something that cannot be changed is a moment that cannot be fully invested in something that can be improved. This does not mean ignoring emotions or pretending difficult experiences never happened. It simply means recognizing when a situation has taught us everything it can teach and allowing ourselves permission to move forward. Mental clarity grows when we begin asking different questions. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we might ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Instead of asking, "What should have happened?" we might ask, "What can I do now?" Instead of focusing on what was lost, we can focus on what remains available. Instead of concentrating on problems that cannot be solved, we can identify solutions that can be implemented today. These small shifts in perspective create significant changes in our thinking. They redirect attention away from frustration and toward possibility. A clear mind understands the difference between what is within our control and what is outside our control. This distinction is essential. Much of our stress comes from attempting to control people, situations, or outcomes that are beyond our influence. Mental clarity develops when we focus our efforts on the areas where our actions can make a meaningful difference. Our thoughts influence our decisions, and our decisions influence the direction of our lives. Therefore, maintaining clarity is not simply about feeling better, it is about functioning more effectively. When our minds are clear, we communicate more thoughtfully. We solve problems more efficiently. We respond rather than react. We become better equipped to handle challenges and seize opportunities. Clarity also helps us identify what truly matters. In the midst of stress, conflict, or uncertainty, it is easy to become distracted by issues that are ultimately less important than they appear. We may become consumed by temporary frustrations while neglecting long term priorities. We may focus on proving a point rather than preserving a relationship. We may invest energy in winning an argument rather than achieving a meaningful outcome. A useful question to ask during difficult moments is, what matters most right now? This simple question has the power to cut through confusion and redirect attention toward what is truly important. Perhaps what matters most is maintaining your integrity. Perhaps it is protecting your peace of mind. Perhaps it is strengthening relationships with people you care about. Perhaps it is making progress toward a personal goal. Perhaps it is focusing on growth rather than blame. Whatever the answer may be, identifying your highest priorities creates a foundation for clearer thinking and more intentional decision making. Mental clarity is also strengthened by accepting that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Many people delay moving forward because they are waiting for perfect certainty, complete understanding, or ideal conditions. Yet clarity does not require having every answer. It requires having enough understanding to take the next constructive step. Progress is often made one decision at a time. One choice to let go of an old grievance. One decision to focus on a solution rather than a problem. One commitment to invest energy where it can create positive change. One step forward despite uncertainty. Over time, these choices accumulate and create meaningful transformation. As you continue moving forward, remember that your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Where you direct your attention influences your emotions, your perspective, your decisions, and ultimately, your future. When attention remains fixed on the past, progress becomes difficult. When attention is directed toward purpose, values, and meaningful action, growth becomes possible. The past may always be part of your story, but it does not have to determine the next chapter. You are not limited by previous mistakes, disappointments, or setbacks. Every day provides an opportunity to apply what you have learned and make choices that align with the future you wish to create. Mental clarity is not achieved by endlessly analyzing yesterday. It is achieved by learning from the past, focusing on the present, and taking purposeful steps toward what matters most. Allow your experiences to guide you, not define you. Let your priorities direct your attention. Focus your energy where it can make a difference. And remember that clarity often arrives when we stop looking backward for answers and start looking forward with intention. The path ahead may not always be perfectly visible, but each step taken with purpose creates greater understanding, greater confidence, and greater clarity. By choosing to move beyond the past and focus on what truly matters, you create the opportunity for a more meaningful, productive, and fulfilling future. And as you continue listening to these words, you may begin to notice something changing within your awareness. Not because you are forcing anything, not because you are trying, but simply because your mind is naturally beginning to organize itself around what is truly important. You may become aware of how much mental energy has been invested in things that no longer require your attention. Old concerns, old frustrations, old disappointments. And without effort, you can begin allowing those thoughts to move into the background where they belong. Not erased, not forgotten, simply becoming less important, less demanding, less influential. And as they become less influential, something remarkable begins to happen. Your mind creates space. Space for clarity, space for understanding, space for confidence, space for possibility. Because clarity is not something you need to create. Clarity is what remains when unnecessary mental clutter begins to fade away. Just as a window becomes clear when the fog lifts, just as a lake becomes transparent when the surface settles, your mind naturally becomes clearer when old distractions lose their hold. And perhaps you can imagine what it feels like to wake up each day with a stronger sense of purpose, knowing what deserves your attention, knowing what deserves your energy, knowing what deserves your focus, and allowing everything else to simply pass by. Because your unconscious mind is already learning this skill, the ability to separate what matters from what does not, the ability to distinguish between problems that require action and thoughts that can simply be released, the ability to focus on solutions instead of obstacles, possibilities instead of limitations, progress instead of perfection. And with every passing moment, these abilities can grow stronger. You may find yourself naturally thinking more clearly, making decisions more easily, feeling less overwhelmed by distractions, responding with greater patience and wisdom, and trusting yourself more than ever before. Because deep within you is a wise and capable part of your mind that already knows what matters most. A part of you that understands your values, your priorities, your goals, your purpose. And that part of you can become stronger now, more accessible now, more influential now, allowing you to move through life with increasing confidence and certainty. And every time you choose to focus on what truly matters, your mind becomes clearer. Every time you release an unnecessary worry, your perspective expands. Every time you redirect your attention toward meaningful action, your confidence grows. And these changes can continue, continuing tomorrow, continuing next week, continuing throughout the months ahead, helping you naturally think with greater clarity, act with greater purpose, and live with greater peace of mind. Because the past can inform you without controlling you. The future can inspire you without overwhelming you. And the present moment is where your greatest power exists. So from this day forward, allow yourself to focus on what matters most. Allow yourself to think clearly. Allow yourself to move forward. And allow yourself to discover that mental clarity becomes easier and more natural every single day. Because you are no longer defined by what happened before. You are guided by what matters now. And every step forward brings greater clarity, greater confidence, and a deeper sense of purpose. As we come to the end of today's episode, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for investing this time in your personal growth, healing, and well-being. Remember, lasting transformation happens through consistent positive reinforcement. Every time you listen to empowering messages, you strengthen new beliefs, healthier thought patterns, and positive changes within your subconscious mind. If today's episode resonated with you, I encourage you to return to it anytime throughout your day, whenever you need a little extra support, encouragement, or reinforcement. Whether you're facing stress, anxiety, self-doubt, emotional challenges, or simply need a reminder of your strength and potential, these podcast episodes are here to help you stay focused on your journey. And don't forget, these podcast sessions are designed to reinforce the deeper work taking place through my longer sleep videos on my YouTube channel. For the greatest benefit, I encourage you to listen to the corresponding sleep session at bedtime. As you sleep, your subconscious mind remains open and receptive, allowing those positive suggestions and affirmations to work throughout the night while you rest. Then, during the day, you can return to these podcast episodes whenever you feel the need for a quick reset, a boost of confidence, a sense of calm, or simply a reminder that you are moving forward. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. For more information about my services, programs, and hypnotherapy sessions, please visit mindpowerspa.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast, follow my YouTube channel, and leave a comment or review. I personally do my best to read and respond to your comments and questions because your success and well-being truly matter to me. Until next time, be kind to yourself, trust the process, believe in your ability to grow, and remember that every positive thought creates the possibility for positive change. I'm Elizabeth Wild, and this is Mind Power Spa. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.